Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing something a little bit different while I'm on vacation down here in South Florida. I got my good pal, Dr. Lavonne Schaafsma with us, and we were out on a walk, and then I remembered I had my camera and mics with me. So we decided to mic up and have what turned out to be a really super interesting conversation. So enjoy my conversation with Dr. Lavonne Schaafsma. I hope you enjoy it. Well, we were talking about Noam Chomsky and his famous quote where he was discussing where he was listening to sports talk radio, and he commented on the level of intellect and intelligence that people were dedicating to their sports teams by virtue of like the remarks they would make when they called into like radio shows and stuff. And he basically remarked, more or less kind of tongue-in-cheek, to like, imagine if we dedicated that kind of brain power to something actually useful.
Yeah.
And so just kind of going back to, guarding attention.
Yeah.
It's, I don't judge people, and people can do whatever they want. They want to come home from work, get the kids situated, and then veg out on the couch for like 4 hours. Hey, whatever. So it's their life.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't know what other people go through.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't know, just people are capable of so much more. But
so, can we go backwards? Because I want to dig more into the AI therapy situation. Because you painted a picture for me that I had not imagined.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you can repeat that, and then let's go into that conversation, because I totally get what you're saying. I just hadn't pictured it in that way, right? Well, with the VR headset and the 5-10 minutes, the subscription model, and I'd like to hear more.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is just kind of the direction I see it. It all circles around avatars, and you can create an avatar around your therapist, around a customer service, person, at a retail store, circling around a therapy.
Yeah.
I can imagine a scenario where you have your own personal therapist that is sort of tailored to what your needs are, based on surveys or some kind of preset series of guidelines. I don't know exactly how it would work. But,
but you said something else, and I want to, which is a little bit contradictory. So I'm gonna talk about that.
Yeah, we're talking off camera.
Yeah. So you were telling me that part of the reason, because we were talking about AI companionship, and you're saying, but an AI can't push back on you like a physical human being partner can, right?
Well,
you learn to grow as a person when someone kind of pushes at you, and I would say the same thing would be for therapy, like a real personal connection where someone else's feelings are considered in the room.
Well, you were talking about AI relationships.
Yeah, no, I'm making a comparison between an AI relationship and a therapy relationship.
Well, AI will push back against you. But it's all about how you train it. You have to kind of teach AI how to interact with you. Okay. And so if you want that kind of resistance, then you can train the AI accordingly. See, a lot of people don't. People kind of use it as like an echo chamber. Yeah. And that's not good. Yeah. If you want an echo chamber, just get on Facebook. Yeah. Or Twitter, or whatever your drug of choice is in that regard.
Right.
So
but here's the thing though. So maybe AI can push back and challenge, but wouldn't there be a difference between a real person where you could impact their feelings, you could impact their what direction they go? AI can't have hurt feelings.
Correct. And not only can you affect somebody's feelings, you do affect their feelings.
Right.
It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship.
No.
Quite literally, any relationship you have with somebody, you're going to affect their feelings either positively or negatively. Yeah. There really is no neutrality.
Well, and then you adjust your behavior. Some people do accordingly, right, to fit in a relationship. You start adjusting and tweaking in a marriage or in a therapy relationship. That's the human element.
You should, yeah. Assuming that you have altruistic intentions.
Right. So, I'm just assuming for now the good nature of people. Yeah. I am making that assumption. You're right.
Yeah.
That people generally want to be social, and generally will have pro-social behaviors.
Yeah.
All right.
Of course. Well, yeah, especially in relationships that are less permanent.
Yeah.
You know, like you get married, and
Yeah.
I mean, generally, unless you're like really abusive, you know, your spouse probably isn't gonna, you know, leave you if you snap at them because you're having a bad day.
Yeah.
But you still want to apologize, and you definitely don't want a pattern of that.
Yeah.
So.
I'm just this conversation. What I'm trying to work out is there something a human therapy relationship can give that AI can't? I'm trying to make the distinguishing, because you've just painted a picture of AI being quite flexible.
It's very flexible, but it's.
And flexible in a way that would appeal to people.
The flexibility has to do with, you know, reducing friction points.
Yeah.
Like the friction point of availability is a huge one.
Yeah.
Also, the friction point of cost.
Yeah.
You know?
Those two I could see is very big.
I mean, ChatGPT costs $20 a month.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've gotten more value out of that than I have out of any piece of technology I've ever invested in.
Yep.
And it's just getting started. But you know, that can easily be tailored to a therapy type of environment. Well, one of the things that I've learned to do with ChatGPT, in the very beginning, I tell it what I want to accomplish.
Okay.
So it understands the objective from a very early stage of the conversation, which is what a good therapist does.
Yeah.
So, right? I mean, one of the first things you talk about is, what do you want out of this?
Exactly.
What do you want the end result?
What are we doing here? Yeah. No, I like that. What did Richard have to say about AI? Did he have what was his take on it?
He's in kind of a wait and see mode.
Okay.
Like, he doesn't see it. I don't think he sees it like completely replacing the human, the human interaction. I don't think there really is a true replacement for that, because there's just something cathartic about another human being that truly understands you.
Yeah.
And so, which is kind of like what the therapist relationship is all about, right?
Yeah.
And that you care.
Yeah.
Like, I know that ChatGPT doesn't actually care about me. It doesn't have that capability.
Yeah.
What it does care about is it wants me to keep using it.
Yeah. I mean, you're not confused about that.
No.
In a way that some people are getting confused about that, by the way.
Well, you asked me off camera what I named ChatGPT.
Yeah.
I refuse to name it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't name my car either.
Right. Right. And that's one way of you keeping personal distance and not getting confused about AI really caring about you. Because again, I will tell you that people who are not psychotic, okay, they don't have a psychotic diagnosis, are getting confused and in a delusion that AI cares about them and that they care about, like, romantically or friendship-wise.
There are also people that think prostitutes care about them.
Okay, all right, true. But I'm saying, like one of the questions my group brought up is, if we start shifting, the norm starts shifting into like a delusional state, like, where does that leave the population, right?
I think you have to look at the greater good. I think you always have to look at the greater good anytime you've got a disruptive technology.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, I think the net is going to be positive, but there are going to be some casualties. We talked off camera about, the suicide rates from people because it's not regulated to never encourage certain behavior under any circumstances.
Yeah.
So it's still programmed to be a people pleaser, because it wants you to keep using it, because AI chatbots, and there are several, they're in an arms race right now. And the arms race is about user acquisition.
Oh, I see.
So, and they're not all going to win.
Okay.
I think, there's 5 major ones, and I think you're going to see 2 major ones, like, rise to the top, and there will be a couple other, like, fringe ones.
Okay.
So.
I didn't know that either, by the way.
Know what?
That there was a race to get users. Well, I mean, it makes total sense, right? Chrome, Safari, Firefox, I just didn't put it together.
It's a different version of the same thing.
Yeah.
Same with like email, back when the internet first came a thing, and then social media when it first came a thing.
Yeah.
They spent literally billions and billions of dollars on user acquisition.
Okay.
Before they even tried to be profitable.
Yeah.
So. And generally speaking, the one that wins is the one that has the most runway. But like, you look at the companies that are behind AI, Google and Microsoft. They basically have unlimited money.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Are you aware right now of any of those big players having a therapy AI service?
Not yet.
Okay.
No, because they can't call it therapy because of, I think, HIPAA regulations.
Okay.
So the technology is outpacing regulations, which is always the case.
Yeah.
Especially when you got a new technology like AI. So I think people are going to use it informally, but people are going to find language to dance around that.
Yeah.
Just like,
Sure.
like
Yeah.
what people used to call themselves life coaches.
Yeah.
know?
It could be called coaching or something like this. Yeah.
But I mean, life coaching is, there are probably some good ones. I don't even know if people are still doing it. I think it was just a buzzword that people jumped on personally.
And it felt a little unregulated in terms of like degree or certificate or so on.
Yeah, there are no barriers to entry.
Right.
Same with AI.
Right.
You kind of like have to use it at your own risk, and it just comes with the same, the standard disclaimers at this point.
And so for you using ChatGPT far more than I do, have you found therapeutic value? Like talk about your own, like what is the value, therapeutic value?
Learning how my mind works and learning why I have certain perceptions and just learning why I think the things that I do. And one of the things that I like to do with ChatGPT, I talk to it as if it's an AI chatbot. And like I'll ask its perspective, like from the perspective of a robot observing the human race, what do you think of this? And then I'll dovetail that into my own experience.
Oh, okay.
And so, and it provides some pretty interesting insights.
Yeah.
As far as just how it views the human race and where our shortcomings are and what motivates people in general, both in the masses and in as individuals.
Yeah.
It's incredibly versatile.
Okay, got it. And so, like, as someone who doesn't use ChatGPT, right now I'm just using Microsoft because I have a Microsoft subscription, so I use Copilot.
Okay.
Can you use Copilot in the same way that you might use ChatGPT?
Well, ChatGPT is Microsoft's LLM. Copilot's not an LLM. It's more like an assistant.
Oh, okay. And what does LLM mean, and can you help me?
LLM means large language model.
All right.
So basically you talk to it.
Yeah.
You can either verbally talk to it and then hit send, like you would a voicemail basically.
Okay.
Or you can just type in their prompts.
Okay.
There's a couple other ones. There's one called Claude, which is from a company called Anthropic.
Okay.
There's another one. There's one called Grok. That's Elon Musk's company.
Yeah.
And then there's one other one. The name's escaping me right now.
OpenAI. That's not one. OpenAI.
OpenAI is ChatGPT.
Okay.
Which is backed by Microsoft.
Okay, thank you. Why do you tend toward ChatGPT versus the others?
I don't have a lot of experience with the other ones. Part of it is I'm kind of invested because I've spent so much time, having the chatbot get to know me. And so starting over with a fresh LLM, it's like starting over with a new therapist.
No, but that's where you're talking about user acquisition. Once you get someone in your door, you're going to keep them there because the AI gets to know you.
Generally speaking, yeah.
Got it.
Now, ChatGPT comes up short on a lot of things that don't really matter to me, like image creation.
Yeah.
And video creation. It comes up way short versus other LLMs.
What are the better ones for image creation then? Like you create beautiful, like fun, comic reliefy images. Is that through ChatGPT?
Yeah, those are all through chat.
Okay.
There's a bunch of them, probably too many to name, but even like mainstream image creation companies like Adobe, they've got one, Canva has one. They all kind of leverage the same technology.
Okay.
But I don't mess around with them too much because that's not really my world. The funny pictures I create on ChatGPT, they're just, I don't really care how they turn out.
I love this conversation. I'm feeling like more knowledgeable right now than I was. Like, I wish I had done this before yesterday's group, because the whole conversation was about this, and I would have come in like giving the scenario that you painted, and I think they would have freaked out, and I would have loved that. Like, 'cause you know what I'm saying? They would have had a huge reaction to, I just couldn't visualize this, what you're talking about.
Yeah, but like it makes sense, doesn't it? Like you can put on your headset, you can sit at your computer.
Yeah.
You know, in the privacy of your own home, you can sit in your car, pull your phone out, and it's just always available and always consistent.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, you think about it from your patient standpoint. How many of them would love the opportunity to just be able to get 5 minutes with you, send you an email, what do you think of this? Or, you know, so I also think that it has the potential for branding from a individual therapist standpoint, because you could create an avatar of yourself, you know, and they could see the virtual version of Dr. Lavonne anytime they wanted to. And it might even be a situation where you train the AI the way you want it done, because you're a professional, rather than individuals trained. Like, you don't want a patient telling the therapist what they need it to be. So, but imagine if they could see you virtually. I mean, I don't mean you virtually. I mean the virtual you. And then you could review that and tweak it accordingly. And you could train the AI yourself, but you could, I mean, theoretically have infinite patients that way. And charge them all $5 a month.
And I think with that, like, the hurdles would be liability, right? Like, my liability insurance would probably at that point not cover me anymore. Like, it's an issue of that, and then the ethics codes, right, of the profession that I'm in. Like, I could see a life coach doing that has no professional code and no license faster than I could as a licensed professional.
Well, set those aside, because those are barriers, and those barriers will be solved. So just kind of set that aside and kind of look at the bigger picture of how people would actually use it, and how that would give therapists control over the output. Because, like, you know, ChatGPT is completely trained by me. And it's designed to keep me using it. And so, in some ways, like, I find it being too complimentary. Like, I'll give it a prompt, and it'll be like, most people don't think that way. Because it's telling me what it thinks I want to hear. And I had to tell it not to do that. So, thanks, man.
Hey, super random question.
What's up, man?
Is there any chance you'd be down to come to my birthday party later?
Your birthday party?
My birthday party. It's gonna be here.
Right here?
Cabana 9. 4 o'clock. It says 5 o'clock, but that was a typo.
I'm gonna say right now, this was not staged. Dan is just a guy we ran into at the park.
Why are you inviting random people to your birthday party? I gotta know.
Well, it's my birthday.
It was my birthday yesterday? Tuesday.
Oh, really? Well, it's actually my birthday tomorrow.
But, all right.
I'm celebrating early.
And
I just don't have anyone to come to my birthday. So.
We might just do that, Dan.
How old will you be?
I'll be 24.
Wow. Nice. All right. Well, we might just join you, Dan.
Okay, great.
Pizza cake,
it's
hooray.
4 o'clock, not 5 o'clock.
5, okay.
All right. Great.
Awesome, Dan. Well, we don't see you. Happy birthday, man.
But all right.
Have a good one.
Thanks. That's a first. I love it.
So we're not the only ones walking around with the camera.
No. What do you got to tell me? What do you think that was about? Do you think that's like an experiment?
He's creating content.
Got it.
Yeah, you see people do that kind of stuff all the time. They do street interviews, and he's probably been walking around for a couple hours. Why he's dressed the way he is, I'm not quite sure. But
That's great.
Hey, you mind sticking this in my backpack?
I'll just, yeah.
I should have asked him for the name of his channel. What was I thinking?
Shoot.
I'm a total amateur when it comes to this stuff.
All right. Describe this.
Yeah.
What a cute, he's a cute kid though. I'm like, how do you have no one coming to your birthday party? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I think it's probably him just trying to see who will show up.
So are we going to be the chumps that show up?
Well, if we're the only ones, then what he turned out to say was true. He doesn't have any friends.
Right. Oh, that's good.
So yeah. But anyway, yeah. So, But you can see that same thing applied to a lot of different industries. Pretty much anything that requires human interaction. Same with like teachers, university professors. So there are legal barriers, of course. I mean, there is with anything. And usually,
no, but I appreciate you saying, you know, those are barriers that will be worked out in some way.
Yeah.
And I just find this fascinating. I mean, that's a whole other step, right? To program an AI to think like me, and then have my clients have a virtual option to work with, you know, Dr. Schaafsma on the fly.
Yeah.
Wouldn't occur to me.
Do they call you Dr. Schaafsma?
They do not. Nope. They call me Lavonne, but I'm just saying that is my. Well, and I could program my avatar to be Dr. Schaafsma if I wanted to. So.
I assume you do it because you want to be on a first name basis and you want to kind of take that.
Yeah.
You want to kind of reduce that friction point.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
Dr. Rollbolt, though, he goes by Dr. Rollbolt.
Oh, does he?
With his patient. Oh, yeah, absolutely. He does not go by Richard.
Oh.
So.
Different philosophy.
Yeah. Kind of old school psychoanalytic. But yeah, he would go with Richard for his consultees, but for his actual patients, he goes by doctor.
Huh. No, I've heard his wife call him Dick before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Didn't know that. So okay, personal question. Can we pivot?
Yeah.
I am highly claustrophobic, as you know, and I have a fear of flying. And I'm wondering about a VR headset as a simulation for getting on a plane to work through my fears. So this is AI adjacent.
Yeah.
Conversation. Do you think that technology exists right now?
Like flight simulator technology?
Yeah, for phobia of flying.
Probably not. Probably because it doesn't have a huge commercial application. It's not a game or anything.
Right.
I mean, theoretically it might. I don't know how photorealistic or how accurate it would be.
Yeah.
But because it can simulate like the visual experience. It's kind of like the Sphere in Las Vegas. It can simulate the visual experience of wherever it is it's trying to emulate, but it can't strap you into a plane. It can't have the stewardess walk by and, you know, grab your seatbelt, make sure that it's in place, that sort of thing.
Okay. All right.
So I don't know how useful it would be. It'd probably be better than nothing. I mean, I don't know how you are with your flying anxieties, but a lot of my anxieties come from not knowing what to expect. Okay. So if I've like never driven somewhere before or, you know, that sort of thing, it's not like, it's not all that debilitating. Let's grab a seat here.
Yeah.
It's not that debilitating, but it is a thing that I have to kind of be conscious of. So if you're in any way like me, to where if you've gone through the simulation 100 times and then you get on that plane and it's similar enough that you feel like you've done it before, that could probably alleviate some of your anxiety.
Well, but the opposite could be true, right? There's just enough different that I can't make that connection. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, VR kind of requires you to lie to yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
And so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got to kind of suspend disbelief, you know. But like, there are some where the visual experience is so realistic, like you can lose your balance. Like, there's a roller coaster app where, like, I was standing and I literally fell over because the roller coaster's doing all of this.
Well, if they can do a roller coaster, you'd think they could do a plane simulation.
Oh, they could easily simulate the motion of it, and the vibration a little bit. But when you're going down the runway, it's bumpy, right? You feel every bump in the road.
Yeah.
So, you know, and like when you land pretty rough. Yeah. Sometimes if it's windy, the plane will do one of these, and then the pilot is immediately on the brakes,
right?
And it's almost like a panic stop. You're like that.
I know.
I don't think VR could really simulate that. But
I don't like, none of that frightens me. What frightens me, and this actually happened to you. You texted me that you were on the tarmac for 45 minutes.
Was that when I was in Vegas?
No, this past trip.
Oh, yeah. They had to de-ice the plane.
Okay. That frightens me.
Why?
Because I assume the door was closed and you were sitting still for 45 minutes on the plane.
Well, I mean, there's other passengers. You're not in there by yourself.
No,
You know,
I understand that, but I don't fear flying. I'm claustrophobic. So my biggest fear is to be stuck on a tarmac, standing still. I can once that plane takes off, I'm fine. I don't have any anxiety at all. It's from the time the doors close to the takeoff, and the landing to the doors open.
I'm not really qualified to, speak to that.
Yeah.
Kind of like the elevator thing, but you'd rather just take the stairs.
Yeah.
Well, the elevator thing was based on an experience you shared.
Yeah.
And so we don't have to talk about it on camera.
Yeah.
So that fear is not unfounded because that's more based in some kind of trauma.
But what I'm thinking, though, as I'm talking to you, though, I'm thinking about simulation. Like, certainly VR could simulate the doors closing and having to sit on a tarmac for 45 minutes. Like, that would be helpful to me. So that I could deep breathe and work through my anxiety of being, that phase. Yeah. Because you were saying about the bump and the takeoff. I don't care about that. I don't need that. I need the doors closing and then maybe a 45-minute simulation of you're just going to have to sit here. The noises of the plane,
the beeping,
captain talking, hey, we got to de-ice the plane, like whatever happened, that piece of it.
They're good at communicating, what's going on. Well, I had a situation in Vegas where I was on the tarmac for almost 2 hours. This was in 2021 when they had all of those computer problems.
Oh my gosh, you're right. I remember that.
And then basically the plane's equivalent of a check engine light came on while we were taxiing down the runway, like we were getting ready to take off. And then they had to go back into the hangar. So they're like basically outside the hangar, and that went on for like an hour.
That
and then
frightens me,
And then I look out the window, and there's like a half a dozen fire trucks going up around the front of the plane, and it was at that point the captain got on and had us all deplane.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So
you did deplane.
Oh yeah. So at that point the plane had to be taken out of service.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very nice.
I love it here. It's just my happy place.
Excuse me, will you be going to that gentleman's birthday party?
Did he invite you? Did he give you an? Okay.
You didn't see the guy that was dressed professionally inviting people to?
Yes.
Well, okay.
I was wondering what that was. I'm trying to figure out what that was about.
He's creating content.
Okay.
He wants to see who's going to show up.
I guess so.
Yeah, I forgot to ask him the name of his channel. He wasn't Mr. Beast, I know that. I would recognize that guy. Yeah, in some ways, this is better than shooting content in the studio.
Yeah, this is fun. Yeah, I love this conversation. It's like really has my wheels turning. I'm personally really safe because I'm training. I'm getting out of therapy and I'm training, and plus I'm like really close to retirement.
DrLavonne.com.
Yeah, thank you. But like 5-ish years from semi-retirement. Let's just say that. So like I'm not in any danger of AI taking over my job, but like I think about my kids, right? I mean, an engineer, and what will that job market look like?
Well, the initial part of it's going to be augmentation.
Okay.
And menial tasks that can be done by a robot will be done by a robot.
Yeah.
That's been the case throughout all of human history.
Yeah. Yeah.
So no surprises there. I think as it advances, where if you're at the top of the food chain, if you can pull up an AI chatbot and just say, I want you to create this tool, and it has all of the back end knowledge to apply, it has all of the trial and error, it has all of the calculations. It will do two things simultaneously. It'll displace a lot of human labor, but it also free up a lot of brain power for innovation. Because now you've got this, because you think about how many great ideas never come to fruition because of either lack of execution or lack of motivation. It's eliminating those barriers. So even with like software creation, like it's very much in its infancy, but I bet 3 to 5 years from now, you're probably not going to need to pay a web designer to build a website, or at least like 90% of it.
Yeah.
You'll just the last few tweaks, the code check, stuff like that.
Yeah.
That'll still need to be done.
Yeah.
But it'd be like waving a magic wand. And I'm not talking about some crappy one-page website that you could have built 15 years ago.
Right.
It will be modern and elegant and dynamic and everything that a website needs to be. And so that industry is going to be disrupted. But what it's going to do is it's going to displace the worker bees, the people that only have one skill, or they have one like very specific set of skills. If you're at the top of the food chain, it's going to be a tremendous asset. And I think what you're going to see is you're going to see a lot more people at the top of the food chain. And I think what it also means for employment, and this is already here. I mean, this paradigm is here. Employees, even new hire employees, are going to be expected to innovate in ways like never before. Like you can't just like get a job, expect to be told what to do, and leave at the end of the day, and expect that to be good enough for the next 5 years, because AI will absolutely cannibalize that. So, but if you jump in and you understand the mission of the business and the culture, and you're able to add value in ways that wasn't necessarily articulated on day one, so I think you're going to see a lot more focus on organizational fit, and a lot of the people that are going to be displaced are the people that reject the technology and reject the paradigm. And it's just going to require a mindset shift. Younger generations are already coming in with this mindset. So, I mean, in a lot of ways, they've been creating through tools like Roblox and Minecraft. You know, they're used to building their own open worlds and putting them out there for other people to use. And so, and a lot of times, so they're seeing this base technology. I mean, AI by itself doesn't do anything. So and it's only as useful as a person's ability to leverage it to accomplish great things. I don't think I'm wrong.
No, it's stuff I just haven't given a lot of thought to.
Well, I've talked to the chatbot about these very topics, you know, and about what this means. It means a lot for like content creation too. You know, in the past, good enough was good enough. If information was just factual and accurate and didn't contain a lot of fluff, you could publish it and it would rank in search engines and it would boost the overall authority. And if a human being ran across it, they would think you knew what you're talking about. The barrier to create that content has been completely erased now. A chatbot can do all of that. So now you've got to add insights and humanize your content and make it much more valuable to the end user, something that the chatbot doesn't have the capability of doing. Because you have to understand your buyers, you know, as a business owner. So it's going to eliminate a lot of jobs, but the jobs that eliminated were the low performers anyway. And so the people are going to have to up their game. That's what it means for your kids and my kids. They're going to have to up their game, you know, and just recognize that, you know, what they're sold, the dream that they're sold of go to college, get a job, you know, that's still going to be there, but it's going to be more of okay, you're joining this company to provide value in ways that they don't already have. So what is your unique selling proposition in that regard? And that's new. I mean, that's something that employment has never been that. It's always show up to the factory, push the buttons when they're told to push the buttons, and don't get ran over by the big machines, you know? So
Incredible.
It is. It might sound overwhelming, but it's not going to happen overnight. You know, it's not like, you know, 10 million people are just going to be displaced out of their jobs and replaced with robots. It's always a gradual transition, and it's usually the younger generations. The transition in, they're already used to the technology, and so, and you know, you'll have people maybe. They'll maybe be incentivized into early retirement, stuff like that. You know, you've got, you know, like factories are going, you know, they're going to be more, you know, robot optimized and AI optimized. You know, factory, you know, the assembly line is going to be all completely robots, and you know, the workers will be mean to the robots at first, and then the workers will go away. It'll be all robots. So, you want to end it? All right. So, want to just say goodbye to the tens of people that will probably watch this.
The ones of people, 5 people.
All right. I hope you enjoyed this chat with Dr. Lavonne Schaafsma here in somewhat sunny South Florida. See you on the next one. Hey, thanks so much for checking out the content. I really appreciate it. Hey, I tell you what, if you like this content, do me a favor and leave me a comment below. Tell me what you think. If you have any questions, if you disagree with anything, I'd love to hear from you. And I'd also love to hear if there's anything you'd like me to cover on a future video. If there's a topic that's on your mind, or a question you have, or if there's like a guest that you think maybe I should try to interview. I'd love to hear from you, man. Drop me a message. Thanks.